called City Skyline. When I look out of my bedroom window at night, I can't tell where the skyline ends and the city starts. The hills merge to clouds that merge to buildings, that merge to storms, that merge to churches, and the stars invaded all. There are 80,000 businessmen and lollipop ladies, school kids crossing rivers, students waiting for buses that never come, shop owners, electricians just like light bulbs flickering, as if the moths are trapped against them. From my window, this city is the sky, and my friends are the planets. If the planets were all Welsh. Or gay. Or Welsh and gay. Or Welsh and gay and lived in the nest. But they're the planets. You see, they orbit me in a railway track rhythm, and I've tried my best to get rid of them, but station after station they're there. They're satellites strapped to Earth by assignments and deadlines of rope woven with my worn-out hands. You see, I wove this rope with late-night megabyte and climbing southbound hill. I wove this with Mojo Mondays and Cheap Jaeger and Mr. D and the breaking sunlight, held it all together with sheep jokes and Monday morning before church. I wove this so I can steer my solar system in the way I need it to stay on track, clocking celestial circuits through lands down and towards the sky. My friends are the planets and my family the asteroids. Because when they come to this city, I tend to run and hide. Not in a cruel way. In a way that says these walls are my shelter, and out of the vacuum of the valley, I'm not myself. You see here, I can call my lovers constellations, hang them on the immortal masterpieces on the gallery wall of home, from left to right across the peaks of Southend Abbey spires, arms hugging the Roman ruins with their legs draped over chimney tops. You see, they form stories I can never hope to weave into the ropes I hold with words that fail me every time I try and describe them, but I can watch them, wait for them to look back at me in the depths of the night sky, point them out to everyone I meet and say, up there are the people who deserve to be remembered. Up there are people that rival Mr. Darcy because Jane Austen didn't go to mandolins. Up there are those I found amongst the tourists by Pulteney Weir. I was with them at Pulteney Weir. I was with them in Sydney Gardens. I was with them on the Abbey Green. Up there are those who should go down in the history books of this ridiculous golden brick city as those who have never left me behind, until it wasn't our time anymore. They say 70% of our constellations burned out millennia ago, but mine lasted months and took moments to go, but I still see them. When I look out of my bedroom window at night, easy thing to forget, you see. But when the door clicks closed behind me at night and I fall into the nebula pillars, there is nothing in the city starts, and maybe that means, because in my 3 years, a little bit of forewarning on this one. Who here watches Game of Thrones? Yeah. I used to have a dickhead of an ex who used to call me the Knight of the Flowers. Because I had a penchant for flowers, and this one's about how it was a dick. There was one day last summer you called me the Knight of the Flowers, stood on a high street, knee deep in my broken woes, left at in an examining minds filled full of nothing quite in particular. You smiled like you knew when the world was going to end. You smiled like the Holy of Holies sat on your shoulder and whispered scripture down your spine against your failing wings because you sometimes. You called me your Knight of the Flowers, told me I was too close to nature because I told you the moon was my friend and I talked to trees, told you I walked barefoot on grass, and dreamed of days where magic was real and the summer rains were from witches' charms. So you opened my heart and swept in like a storm, breaking my ribs to plant roses and planting songbirds in my stomach. You called my freckles constellations and joined them dot to dot with ivy leaf kisses because you told me you'd find your way home. You grew strawberries in my thighs, planted daisies between them, and then you barely spoke a word to me. Passing me in streets we once knew together and looking down at me like I was nothing but the grey gummit street. Amongst the maple leaves, looking at me like I was nothing but the almost. The could have beens. The should have beens. We were never quite the will have beens, my dear. I had become nothing but the fog trapping on the college tower like the last leaf on the oak. You birthed winter on my tongue, left snowflakes on my chest. I tore my skin apart to remove all trace of you and swept it streaming into seas you can never hope to navigate. I have pulled away the ivy trail constellations, and I know the stars will not let me guide you home anymore because I made my own. You left a storm in my chest and set me alight. You opened my tornado veins, even if you weren't quite the one to do it, because you knew I'd take that mantle on myself and let lightning bolt blood run down my hands, and I drowned on dry land, drinking water to ride out the hangover of you. I built myself post-surge, post-smash, post-sin. I built my bricks out of bone and set walls in my skin. I tamed wildfire enough to make it my friend and let the clouds in my head blow away on spring breezes like the roses. I am not your Knight of the Flowers. You built me into the Lord of the Storm. Blame the Mudbloods. They are the downfall of wizarding society. Mudbloods have destroyed our way of lives. They've freed our house elves, they've burned our wizarding schools, and they've damaged our ecosystems. Mudbloods led the prisons to any coincidence, the first prison. Mudbloods are crumbling our Schnorchnacks, polyjuicing our potions, and slithering into all our secret chambers. They're opening the griffin doors to the uncontrolled Muggle immigration. They're taking our nifflers, and don't even get me started on the Hungarian horntails. British dragons for British jobs is all I ask. If we're throwing 14-year-olds with a history of abuse and dangerous magical legacies on their shoulders into a pit, we're using British bloody dragons. Mudbloods are destroying our Horcruxes and not even replacing them. They're racing up the league tables and successful students. Mudbloods loved Lily Potter and voted Remain. Mudbloods emptied Gringotts of their funds even though the goblins got a pay rise. Mudbloods own iPhones but left their lives in the Forbidden Forest. Mudbloods opened a suitcase of magical creatures in New York and forgot to pick up the big orange one. Mudbloods pray in different ways, speak in different tongues, use different slang. Mudbloods are politically apathetic and unengaged in their communities, left out in the cold streets, but Mudbloods are abusing the wizarding benefit system and living in mansions made of dreams. Mudbloods killed Dobby and Cedric Diggory and Snapchatted it to their mums. Mudbloods put Harry Potter in a goblet of fire and made it 2 boys 1 cup. Mudbloods are coming to kill us all, so I'm saying maybe we should start killing them back. We'll carpet bomb the home counties and take out London just to be sure. Mudbloods will have huffled your puff, and by that I mean they've grown plants in the Hogwarts greenhouse because selling gillyweed keeps bread on the table for the kids. Mudbloods decided they'll take the last Quality Street out of the tin because only the shit purple ones were left. Mudbloods cast Johnny Depp as Grindelwald and thought no match was better than Muggle. Mudbloods got sorted Ravenclaw but say Scotland's too cold for them, coming from lands of winter sun and sand, and Mudbloods are being incarcerated at 3 times the rate of purebloods, with Dementors kissing them 3 times as much. Mudbloods voted Voldemort for Minister of Magic as a protest vote. Mudbloods don't own brooms and rely on the night bus, but they're causing more traffic because there's more demand on the skies. Mudbloods caused me to be late to my lecture. Mudbloods are being murdered at home, so they ran to hear witch trials stretching country to country, held evangelical against their own crosses, victimized, and Mudbloods aren't fucking real. But the same name, shame, shift of legacy that pushes blame, burden from group to group is there, and instead of looking well, we messed up, we took too much and gave not enough for our friends, our world, our moments. We'll shift it over, pass it along, say it was anyone else who did this wrong. But when I speak to a girl from Syria on the streets, she sells me a big issue. She won't accept my extra change. Says it's not hers to take, says she's sure I'll need it someday. And I know the beasts she's had to carry are far from fantastic. She's looked monsters in the eye and stood taller than anything, been on enchanted boats overseas, crawling with the dead. Wish she could obliviate herself because we've started this and she's coming here, and well, why accept what we've done when the Mudbloods are to blame? You know? It's magic how we blame the others and the bullshit's all the same.